Hello and welcome to the That's My Story podcast. On this podcast, we talk about individuals' life stories. Not everyone's story plays out the same, and I've always been fascinated to hear life stories. There are stories that shape us as human beings and what make us individuals, and I would like to hear about the moments in life that made you, you. How's it going? I'm your host, George Lugo, and today we have a very special guest. This is somebody I've known my entire life, literally since I was born. So I'd like to introduce the one, the only John Gonzalez to the show.
What's up? What's up,
Huh?
YouTube world? And everyone that I know and don't know.
So how's it
Yeah.
going? How's it going, buddy? How you been doing?
Oh, great, great. It's living life one day at a time. You got a lot of ups and downs and ins and outs, but
For sure.
it goes how it
Um,
goes.
yeah, for sure. Let's let the I guess the viewers to get to know you a little bit. So
Hmm.
I've known you for literally my entire lifetime.
Yeah. Since we were in the crib.
Yeah, literally since we were in the crib. Our parents were like really good friends, and we basically grew up together.
Yeah.
Is there? Can you tell us something a little bit about like your upbringing that the viewers can get to so they can get to know you a little bit better?
Like, let me see. It's kind of rough with my life trying to think of like more positives than negatives to say, really.
Okay.
Like there was a lot of negatives in my life coming up, but there was a lot of positives too. Like uh, though we were like basically knowing each other since the crib, but like for us example, we didn't really know each other until I think I was like probably 12 or 13 or something like that. I know I was in junior high when we finally ended up actually being able to talk to each other and shit and
Hmm.
knew what was going on and stuff. And
Yeah.
then hearing it from our dads and everything. But yeah, shoot, I'd have to say like it's just a whole lot of different stuff going on. So background, trying to think.
I mean, it literally can be anything. We just talk about the type of music you grew up with, the type of
Oh yeah,
things that you did with I guess we did together as kids, or just
yeah,
anything.
definitely.
Yeah, anything from that time
All
frame.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like ever since I was young, like I've been into art and music and like a whole bunch of different things. Like people say I'm jack of all trades type person. Of course, master of none, but
Yeah, jack of
but
all
nah.
trades, master of none. I
Yeah,
fit in that
exactly,
category.
exactly. Heard that quite a bit. Than that, I actually played in the band for a couple years. It was a Christian band, but we played like rock music to like go out to bars and stuff and play like songs that people would know, like Sweet Child of Mine and songs like that, and Elvis and different bands like that. And then the way that it worked out, it would bring the people into the church, and it was pretty awesome the way that it worked out, though. But yeah, it had a lot of fun there. And then
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then there's our background and everything too. Just growing up, having a lot of fun, getting into a lot of trouble too. I'm sure there was a lot of me being a pretty bad influence on you growing up at different points in our lives with things that trouble we got into here and there.
I mean, I feel like that probably goes both ways.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. There was a little back and forth there, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure there's definitely back and forth there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. My shoot. Growing up, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, let's start there since we're already into it. So I mean,
Yeah.
let's talk about some past fun experiences or just anything like that. So
Oh shoot, freaking. I could sum that up in one word. Fashois.
Oh, for showers. Oh wow. Oh man.
I guess I'd have to say that well, other than skateboarding, obviously, is we got up there for a while there. But yeah, yeah, I'd have to say uh, probably that was probably around the time when we started having a whole lot of fun. Probably a little too much at some points.
Yeah, I remember going to. Okay, so what we're talking about is this place called. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Cafe Fashowi's was a hookah lounge. So we would go there like literally like 3 times a week, or sometimes even 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Uh, and they had this one event where I guess it wasn't even really an event. It was just something that
No,
happened.
it was just that they did that every night.
Yeah. So every night the owner would come out and he would be holding like a can of whipped cream, and he would just pour it out onto just women and just make, and whoever the men were with that woman, as he sprayed it on her, would lick it off of the women. It was a little intense.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they
And
would
in the
play.
videos they played,
Yeah,
oh
the
my god.
videos they were played were very intense.
Yeah, very grown
Um
up.
Very adult, I guess.
Yes, yes.
There was that I can't remember the name
but
of it.
we did find some good trance music there too. Like
There was a lot of
we
great
found
trance
out
music
about
there.
Sandstorm there, I think, and
Well,
a few other ones.
Sandstorm has been around for a long time, but
Oh yeah, but I
they
never
always
heard it before there.
yeah, but they always played it. They always played it there.
Yeah.
Um, but they played that. Fuck, I can't remember the name of the song. I just remember it was like "Push Me" and "Then Just
Oh,
Hurt Me."
Benny
You know, like
Benassi,
yeah, yeah,
Satisfaction,
yeah.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction's what it. Yes, there we go. But they
Yeah,
played like the literal, like the music video for it, and for those
yeah.
people who have
Oh
not
my
seen it,
God.
it's like a legitimate pornographic video. And I was like,
Yeah.
"What is happening?"
Well, actually, I found out that there's a version that's like that, and then there's a regular version also
Okay, so
later on down the line.
the version they played was extremely pornographic.
Yeah, yeah, very much so. Yeah, definitely. Oh, remember what was his name? Vic or Vince or something like that that we worked at UPS? He said he actually knew the video that they played, what the video was.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
He
Vince.
said
Yeah, I
he's
think that'd
seen
be
that.
Vince. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He said he actually knew the video. I was like, oh my god, you actually know what video they're using for that?
that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. It was well, I remember just busting up laughing. Those were good days, though.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Those were fun times. Fun times. Yeah. Other than that, though, skateboarding definitely growing up. First getting into all these different things we did. Oh my God, meeting you, getting into more shorts. Forget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
skateboarding was so fun. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
seriously miss doing it. Um,
Yeah. Shoot, I can't even skate anymore now, but I'd
yeah,
probably fall on my ass like crazy if I tried. Besides the fact that I shouldn't
yeah.
anyways.
I took Logan out because we bought him a skateboard for his not for his birthday or for Christmas, I think, just recently.
Yeah.
And then we've been out skateboarding a little bit, and yeah, I can't obviously can't nearly do as much stuff as I used to, but
Yeah.
I can still ride around and like do ollies and stuff, and but like
Yeah.
I
I there was a point where I did try and get back on it, like when we first moved back out here, because I had one laying around that I ended up getting when we lived in Vegas, and well, I think it was Jaden, either Jaden or Sean. I took them outside to show them about skateboarding because they kept on asking me about showing them how to do it and everything. So I ended up finding out that I could still do a couple things like nollie 180 and ollie 180 and stuff like that. But I tried to kick flip and I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. But like I could still ollie the manual and a couple little things here and there and stuff, nothing major. So like there's a skate park over here. I was thinking maybe one day if I get up enough nerves, I might go down there and just like um, ride the balls like waves and shit. See if I could even ride around like that anymore. But then I think about my back and I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm always worried about like destroying my knees and my back, so like I try and take it easy. So yeah, there's a
Yeah,
few things I can still do. I can still do like an ollie. I can sometimes land a kick flip. I could do like obviously like 180s front and back, and like a big spin. I can still do a
I
360.
could halfway do it.
I can still do a big spin. I can still do a 360 shove it. The 360 shove it front ways, oddly enough, is still harder for me to land
Yeah.
than to do like a big spin,
Oh
which is
shoot.
weird because that's the opposite version, right? Because you're riding fakie. So
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
so it's a little
I
weird, you know.
I do remember landing one of those. Probably before I really got into my back being worsening. But I know that there was one thing I was still able to do for like the longest time was that one-footed nose slide we invented.
Oh, the one-footed no slide. Oh, man.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right? Oh my God, it brings me back to the center.
Oh man, yeah, that place is like you wouldn't even
Oh
recognize it now.
yeah.
You wouldn't even recognize it now if you saw it.
Oh shoot, yeah, I
It's
bet.
completely revamped. They revamped the entire recreational
Probably
center
because
there.
of us.
No, not because of us, just because like they've literally been upgrading the entire city. They're trying to change
Oh
the whole
jeez.
thing. They're making it more modern. They're just trying to make the whole city over as a whole just better.
Yeah.
And that one of the places they started was there. So
Oh
they
wow.
redid the park, the playground,
Jeez.
the spot with the basketball court. They redid that. They rebuilt the
Oh
whole
wow.
center in the front.
Oh man.
It doesn't have like a three stair like step up anymore.
Yeah.
It
Oh
still has a
shit.
ramp though. Like it's
Yeah.
completely different. I remember like seeing it. I'm like, what in the fuck? Like they
Right.
completely changed this entire place. Like it's not
That's
even
crazy.
yeah, it's not even recognizable anymore.
Dude, I still remember the last time we went by there. I think my, yeah, that's what was happening. We came down to stop in your neighborhood because we were going to Vegas, and it was me, my wife, and one, either both of my kids or one of my kids. I'm not too sure, but me, you, and my wife, we went for a walk around the block, and then we were walking on the opposite side of the center, on the opposite side of the street of the center, and then it still took a picture of us and said, "Oh, you need to leave this area." I'm like, "What the heck? We're completely across the street. What the heck is going on here?" I'm like, "Whoa, what happened here?"
Yeah, they were like weird. They're all weird now.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But I do miss like just jumping on the skateboard and like just going, you know.
Oh yeah,
Um
definitely. Oh man, I can still remember like my funnest but most embarrassing moment there was that time when you know how on the other side of basketball courts there was that small patch where
yeah.
you could ride through and go to the stores.
Yeah.
Well, there was that little gap right there at the end of it before the curb or before the sidewalk and in the curb.
Mhm.
So I remember alling that trying to clear it, and I cleared it, but then there was a parked car there that I ran straight into.
Like,
You were there. Yeah, I was all like, I cleared it though, and then kapoo. I'm like, George, I cleared it. Kapoosh. Oh man. And then there was those high schools,
That's pretty funny.
or yeah, definitely. And then oh man, Rancho High.
Oh, Rancho was so fun.
Yeah, I bet that place is completely
were you
different.
there with us that day? We ran into
Chet Thomas.
Yes, we ran into Chet Thomas.
No, you told me the story, but I wasn't actually there that day. I think I was there the day we ran into Chinita.
Oh, really?
Pat Chinita.
Pat
Yeah.
Chinita. Jesus.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no. Yeah, speaking of skaters, you still talk to Adam McNatt?
I haven't talked to him in so long. Like,
Oh,
I don't
shoot.
even know if I want to say he still skates. I just haven't watched any videos lately.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I haven't watched anything skating lately. Like, from what I get out of it, they're like insane now.
the level of competition now is insane. Like the stuff we used to do, like we thought we were kind of like starting to like push a little bit. No, dude, they took that shit and they
exactly.
they ran with it, and like now they do some absurd stuff.
That's insane. Yeah, just like these motorcycle dudes with the freestyle motocross, they're freaking crazy. They're doing backflips with tricks in between and all this stuff. I'm like, what the heck? And people have gone nuts.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm trying to look for some older stuff so people can know kind of like what we're talking about here.
Just look up a 411.
I'm looking up something with Adam because like Adam's actually
he was actually in a 411.
He was in a 411 video.
Yeah, a few of them. Oh, there's that one old video that you have. What was it? Well, I remember him being sponsored by World at one point. Because I got that World Industries deck from him that one time.
Yeah, I don't want to put on a super long video, Am. Let's just pick a small one here. Let me see. Oh, it's a 4-in-1 video. I'll pick this one.
Yeah.
That's like funny because like it's like people would be like, "Oh, what's 411?"
I know. Information. What the heck? Information.
I feel like people don't even know.
Well, then again, kids nowadays probably don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because back when we were kids, an iPhone to us was something you dragged around with eyes on it.
What's this weird shit that you guys are watching?
Right.
This is Adam McNatt's best of profile.
Yeah, this is the one I was actually talking about.
Oh yeah, where he's getting his tattoo.
Yeah.
Dark Star wheels and Arnett sunglasses. I'd like to thank Ryan here, and that's it. Enjoy.
And that's it.
Oh man.
And to us, that was so crazy. We used to get hyped up on this stuff, though.
I know, right?
Yeah, we always have to like religiously watch a freaking 411 video or some type of skate video and then go and skate.
Oh, I miss watching videos like this and be like, you know what? We're going to Rancho right now.
Yeah, exactly. So like, let's go.
But I think it's absolutely absurd that as like teenagers, we knew this guy. He was a professional skater at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? We literally knew him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Crazy how small the world can be.
Yeah.
I remember that one demo we went to before, and we saw like Ethan Fowler and what's his name? Rollins? Rollins.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot his name, but
an identity board shop demo.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Just so for people watching, we knew Adam McNatt through literally through my dad because like Adam actually did ninjutsu and John and I were still practicing ninjutsu at that time, and Adam McNatt was I believe at the time he was a first or second degree black belt in ninjutsu, but like it's just super impressive, like his skill level, like in skateboarding and
Dude
also in martial arts. He was a very versatile.
Yeah, exactly. Well, martial arts helps out with it so much.
It definitely
So
does. It really does.
Yeah,
Oh, I love this video
that's
right
why
here.
we were.
Oh, the front flip.
Yeah,
I love the front flip.
that front flip. Yeah, that was
I
the
haven't
shit
seen
back
that
in the day.
I have not seen that in so long. Like that literal video.
Yeah, I know. It
That's
makes
pretty
me want to
awesome.
go skate now, but I
really
know
does,
I'd probably end up in a wheelchair if I did.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So I've mentioned my back a few times now. I guess I should give some background on that. So remember the apartments I was living at around when we first started really hanging out a whole lot more, and like I jumped over you with my bicycle.
Yeah, like when you lived in what was it, Anaheim
Grove.
off of Pacific?
No, it was in
Garden
Grove. Yeah, it was down the street from where the old pumpkin patch used to be, off of Beach and Garden Grove Boulevard.
Oh, okay, on that end. Okay.
Yeah, I was living in those apartments over there. So, anyways, one day, I had forgotten to take out the trash and shit, and so I was sitting there playing games and stuff because I finished my homework. I thought I was doing all good and everything. My dad comes home from work, pissed off about something, and then he all of a sudden he just gets really pissed off at me and says, "Oh, you didn't take out the trash," and and then it basically made me stop doing what I was doing and get up, take out trash. So I did, but as I was grabbing the trash bag, he just got off working construction, and his boots were steel toe boots. So there's the first part. Second part is that he went to kick me in the butt. He missed my butt and kicked my back. Ever since then, my back's been kind of screwed up since then, and I think I was like 14 around then. But come to find out, what I'm struggling with now is spondylolisthesis. So basically, my L5 lumbar bone, it's pressing up against my spinal cord. So I'm in like a constant amount of pain. I try not to show it, but like it's a constant amount of pain. So like still struggling with it, but I can't believe it didn't really bother me that much until like probably around like 06 when when we all parted ways, when I was working at UPS and stuff. Because I remember I had went into that doctor's office, and then they said that it was a slip disc, and then further on down the line in 2012, I went to another doctor's office, and they said it was a lumbosacral spondylosis with myelopathy. And then I did like a few weeks of physical therapy after that. And then recently, in the past couple years here, I was working at another job and it started acting up, went to doctors, and now it's spondylolisthesis. So I'm like, so which is it? But apparently it's spondylolisthesis, and I know what's happening. And I did like 4 months of physical therapy this time, but they gave me exercises to help it along, but they said that it'll never go away because of the type of injury that it is. So I guess just another gift from my dad, pretty much. And
Nice.
yeah, definitely. But I've been going through a lot, like that between that and finding out I actually have childhood PTSD from stuff that happened to me in my background. Like, let's see, what didn't happen? Well, it's mainly my dad is the problem in my whole upbringing, because like growing up with someone constantly putting you down, telling you you won't be shit and you'll never amount to nothing and stuff like that. And then also I was molested when I was really young, when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And after that, it was crappy because instead of my dad taking me psychiatrist or something like that,
Mhm.
they just didn't want to do anything about it. My dad just thought that he could do it his own way, and his own way meant that he would just sit there and hassle me about it the rest of my life. so,
Yeah.
like it was a major burden. So I guess that would be a little part of something that would really have a bigger impact on me later on in life and stuff, like growing up struggling with my identity and who I am, where I'm going with it and stuff. But yeah, and this part's okay to keep into. I'm comfortable with that. But yeah, it's just part of what makes me me. But yeah, it's like what the good thing is that when I was, I think it was in like 2011 or so, we did actually find. I found out that the guy that did it, he ended up getting busted, uh, like for the 100th time or something like that, and they put him away for good. But it was crazy because it was all over the news and stuff. I was like, wow, it was crazy. But yeah, um, let's see. Yeah, so basically, between that and the way that my upbringing was, it gave me some childhood PTSD. So like, I do struggle with like confrontations and like talking to people that I don't know and stuff. But lately, I've been working on a lot of strategies with that and stuff, and I actually found fishing, which ended up being like pretty much the cure for me in that department. Because when I go fishing, it's easy for me to talk to people and stuff, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. I never would have thought something like fishing, because back when we were kids, I would have said fishing. Hell, that's boring. but but now I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go fishing.
Yeah. So do you you do like a lot of like onshore fishing, or do you trolley, or
Well, I haven't been able to go out on the boat yet, but it's just been all from the bank, like local lakes and stuff. We did go to Corpus Christi recently, and over the kids' spring break. That was a lot of fun. So I got to go ocean fishing out there, and of course, there was a few little bits here and there. For a little while there. Well, when I lived in the Bay Area. Um, we went down Santa Cruz, did a little fishing there, so little bits here and there. But I've definitely caught a lot bigger fish than you see me catch that time. And where was that at? Like Seal Beach or something? The big
yeah,
Kahuna.
yeah, I think Seal Beach. There was that
Yeah,
one time we were, I think we were down in South County somewhere by San Diego, just before
yeah,
San Diego,
yeah,
and we stopped at this little. It was like a. It was. I can't even remember where we were, but
yeah.
there was like
Shoot.
this. There was
Well,
like
that
this.
was
There was like
a
this really cool pier, and then like in
yeah,
like off there was like a hill, and then there was like a train that like ran along that hill. I just remember it was like the
yeah,
setting was super cool, you know,
yeah.
right? And then there was like the moon was hitting off of the background. I'm like, this place is fucking awesome.
Oh
And then
yeah,
we're
yeah,
on the we're on the pier, and then we see this fucking long we see this long shiny fish in the water, and it's me, you, and Anthony. I think Anthony was
yeah,
with us at the time,
yeah. I
and
think that's who it was.
we're like, dude, there's a fucking look at that fucking fish. It's like
Yeah,
all fucking three of us
exactly.
we're casting in, aiming at the
Yeah.
same fish, and then like eventually you bring it up, and we're like, this fucking it was
Yeah,
like long
and
as
it
fuck.
broke my pole
It
too.
broke the pole.
Yeah, it broke the pole that I was using. It wasn't even my pole. It was actually your dad's or something like that. Because I remember we
Uh,
borrowed poles from your family. So it was like another one your dad had, or it was yours or something like that. But all I
mhm.
remember is that it did break the pole. And then we brought it up, and then we kept that thing in the freezer for like days, and we didn't even know what it is. And I called it the Big Kahuna because it was so huge. And then we finally figured out that it was called a needle nose fish. I'm like,
Yeah, it
what
was
the
a
heck?
needle nose fish. It was like I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah,
Because it's like at first we thought it was a barracuda, and we're like, it's not big enough to be a barracuda. It wasn't like big enough, and it didn't have the structure, the mouth like structure didn't have like.
yeah,
And so we're like, it's super bizarre because like the nose is incredible, the snout was incredibly thin, and the teeth
yeah,
really weren't that sharp. So we're like, it's not a barracuda, but what the hell is this?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it was
well, you know
cool.
what's crazy now is that now that I've been out here in Texas, I've noticed that it actually looks very similar to an alligator gar because
It's
people
a little
catch those a lot out here.
yeah. It's a little bit like an alligator gar, except like
Yeah, skinny.
much smaller.
Yeah, like
An
an eel.
alligator gar, those alligator gars are massive. They
Oh
are
yeah.
massive. Yeah,
Yes and no.
I've
Some of
seen a
them
lot of
are.
massive ones. So
Yeah, I haven't seen many massive ones, only in pictures. But shoot, massive fish I've seen out here is catfish, blue cats. Get up to 50 pounds. Like you have to hold it with two hands and stand up, and it comes up to here on you. Freaking things are huge. Yeah, exactly. It's like
that's
it's like
funny.
shoot, you could sit there. A bodybuilder can use it as a weight.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, man, that's crazy. But yeah, the when we were out in Corpus, oh my God, it was hilarious because there's a fish out there called black drum that I was fishing for. So here I am with my catfishing rig, 50-pound braid, and then tossing out this shrimp bait that I got from the local place out there. And so I'm all trying it out, and then all of a sudden I see this fin jumping around my bait. I'm like, what the heck is that? And my son looks over there. He's like, that's a shark. And then I look at it again. I'm like, no, that's a dolphin. And a little bit of its head peeks out. I'm like, oh my God, that's a bullhead shark. Reeled in my pole real quick. I'm like, I'm not set up to fight a shark right now. Went on the other side of the pier and just caught a bunch of trout and smaller black drum. But yeah, I was like, what the heck? And this shark was literally like, shoot, I don't even know what to use for reference. Like, I guess if I'd have to measure in cars, like probably about 10 cars away from where I was fishing at.
Okay, so yeah, he was
Yeah, he
he
was
was pretty
really
close,
close.
like between like 40 and
Well,
50 feet.
maybe more like 20 cars actually. I might be under exaggerating there, but yeah, probably a good like 60 to 80 feet out from where
Mhm.
I was fishing at. Because where I was fishing at, though, it wasn't like right on the beach. It was on a little jetty that goes out on into the beach. So like it was close for me, but not for people that were on the beach.
Okay.
But those people on the beach, I was like, you're crazy being out there with the bullhead shark right there. Those are the ones that
Those
attack.
are those are the most aggressive kind, and those are the kind that also they can swim into fresh water. So,
Yeah,
what is it? Jaws is based off of a story of a
yeah,
bull shark that swam upstream, like
yeah,
into up all the way up into like I forgot what like state, but it's like they went from the ocean all the way to like some fucking state like up in I
yeah.
don't know like Massachusetts, just some bullshit state, and they're like there was
Well,
attacks
sharks
in a
can thrive
yeah
in fresh water too. So
yeah those
that's the
they
great.
can yeah they can thrive in freshwater, and then they attack someone in a lake, and
Yeah.
that's where the Jaws story came from,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
pretty yeah, so fuck that shit.
Exactly. But I guess Jaws was supposed to be like a megalodon or something because how big they made him seem.
they they made him way too goddamn big, but they
Yeah.
also made him look oddly weird.
Yeah.
But
Definitely. That's for sure. Oh, it's crazy though because Jaden. Oh my God, he loves the Jaws movie. We had buy all 3 of them for him, and he sat there and watched them all, and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah." He gets into it. I'm like, "Oh my god."
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. At least yeah,
Well,
one
he
and
does
one
like
and two are
them.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. He does like a lot of older movies though, but yeah, I guess I could say that too. Is another part is that my upbringing with all the negative that happened in my life, it made me into a better father, I believe, because like I'm nothing like what I had to go through with my kids. Like I catch myself sometimes where I'll be a certain way, and then I just like really get down on myself when that does happen. But for the most part, I'm like try and be really, really good with my kids because I want them to have everything I didn't, physically, emotionally, every single way that I can. So I'd have to say that if anything, it changed me for the better to be a better parent than I had.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, though. My mom, I still love the shit out of my mom. There's no way I could never love my mom. My mom's awesome.
Yeah.
But my dad, well, you know for sure. You were there with me at the time. Oh my God. Memories.
He's a little aggressive on the raising a child side.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then again, you would never know it once you meet him. You'd have to know him for like a couple weeks or a couple months first.
Yeah, you'd have to hang around a little bit and see
Yeah,
his style, because his style is a little bit like when you meet him personally, it's like seems like your everyday person, it's just
yeah.
normal, and then it's a little bit different. I mean, I don't want to talk ill of your dad, but just like
Oh
that's
no.
how that's how it is though. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's literally how it is,
yeah, exactly.
literally
It
how it is,
literally is how it is.
and
Oh no,
literally how it is. But I
yeah.
mean,
You
I
don't have to
mean,
worry about it. I know how my dad is, so I don't care how it was. You talk about it, say whatever you want. I mean,
that
it's all true.
that's fair enough. I mean, he's not gonna come over here and slap me, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he probably wouldn't be able to anyways. Not nowadays.
Yeah.
Old now. He'd probably be like, "No, I want to go to the movies. I don't have time for anything else." The way he is, well, he's always doing YouTube videos on like how to make a screw sorting machine and
Well,
a
your dad
point.
makes YouTube videos.
Yeah, he actually does. I'll have to tell you link to it later. If you watch him do it, you check it out. I swear you're gonna laugh because you know how he gets
Oh,
all these little projects and stuff.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
it's pretty funny, but one of his videos that he did actually blew up pretty good where YouTube started paying him. I was like, wow, that's
What?
amazing that if my dad could get paid by YouTube, then shit, I really need to get on board with making a YouTube because, oh my God.
He probably just had a very successful like a one-off video that
It was,
caught on.
what it was
That was like semi-viral,
how to sharpen how to sharpen a bit. It was a certain type of drill bit, how to sharpen it.
Mm.
I forgot exactly what it is, but it was some type of drill bit that he gave a tutorial on how he sharpens it. And people, there was a lot of positive and negative comments in there, but he got so many views that YouTube just sent him link. Oh, you want to add commercials so that we could pay you? So he
Oh,
makes a
okay.
few bucks here and there from that one video still, but I think that's the only video he has that really blew up. But
Okay.
yeah, it's hilarious. I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
That's
But,
interesting.
oh man, I think my favorite memory though is m- remember when we went to Knott's for my birthday and they woke us up at the time I was born that morning at like 4:20 in the morning
Oh,
or something
Jesus
like that.
Christ. They woke us up so fucking early.
Yeah, seriously. And then Sherry makes eggs And then this guy, my best friend here, tells my stepmom, "Can I have a little more eggs with my grease?" I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so hilarious!" And I just start busting up in my head. I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that."
They were
I
greasy.
was sitting there waiting for my dad to like slap you upside the back of the head or something.
He was
but
laughing.
he laughed. I was so shocked. I was like, "Oh my god!"
He was laughing.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious." But yeah, I'd have to say that's my best memory there as far as my dad goes.
I actually remember that 100%. We were
Yeah.
sitting down eating, having breakfast, and then I told her, "Can I have a little bit of eggs with my grease?"
Yeah. Well, it's because she cooked with lard.
She did, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that was so hilarious. But yeah, that was a fun day too. That was hilarious.
I just remember her expression. She was like,
Yeah. And you did that pretty good too.
just like no one had ever told her that before, and she was like, "What?"
Yeah, yeah, seriously. And then my dad started laughing, so I was
Yeah.
even the icing on the cake right there.
That was
My
pretty
dad
funny.
even laughed. Yeah, I know, especially how defensible he is about anything like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like World War III, but no, he bust out laughing. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, good times. Oh man, good times. But
That was
yeah,
good.
yeah, definitely. That was fun.
Oh man.
Oh, man. Yeah, some of the stuff that we probably talk about, I'm sure everyone else on this stream is gonna be like, "What?"
Right.
Because like a lot of it's probably like you had to be there or inside stuff, like all the candies. If I say that, only
Oh,
you're
Jesus
gonna know what I'm
Christ.
talking about.
All the candies.
Yeah.
It's funny. I actually was listening to Blink-182 earlier today. Like
Oh,
literally
that's
that same
funny.
album.
Oh, that's hilarious. That song came on the radio the other day, and I sung our version of it to my kids, and they were busting up because I was taking them to school, and yeah, I started singing it. I'm like, "Oh, the candy Snickers," and they're like, "Oh my god!" They thought it was so funny, and I did it in the
Always
perfect
I
radio.
know I'll buy you a snow cone. Yeah, we
Oh,
had
don't forget the part where he turns the alarm off before he drives his Pinto home.
yeah, we sang a parody version of that song when it came out because we were like we were skating at the
I still
time.
remember the whole thing too.
And
Like,
yeah, we
sorry,
were
right
silly
now.
as fuck. We made an entire parody version of the song about a guy that like I think it was about a guy that worked at like a liquor store, right? Like,
No, it was because we watched The Simpsons, and a
oh
poo.
yeah, a poo. It was like a poo.
Yeah, it's about a poo. She left me beef sticks by the stairs. Oh man. Surprised she lets me know she cares.
That's
Oh
funny.
man.
That is
Yeah,
so
definitely.
funny.
And then it went into like a beer thing where like, "Keep your beer still, I'll be here through," and something like that. It was hilarious stuff. But yeah, I still know the whole entire thing by memory. Like
I
I
think I
can
could probably do
sing
the
the
whole thing
whole
by
thing
memory.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just epic. Funny things we did back then, like putting a symbol on my head when that Metallica song was on, and I'd be like I'm Chinese or something. I'd be like,
Nice.
yeah, yeah, that was funny. I forgot what song that was, but yeah,
I
a
think
lot of
that one was
Faded Black or something.
no, not Fate the Black. That was din 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 din.
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
No, not For Whom the Bell Tolls. It was fuck. Give me
Oh, Wherever
Wherever
I
I May Roam. Wherever
Yeah.
I May Roam. Yeah.
Jinx. Jinx. Pinch Coke, you owe me a Coke.
I was just trying to remember the
You owe
beat.
me a
I'm like,
Coke. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good
Exactly.
one.
At one point, I did know how to play that on the guitar too, but not now. It's been a while. I've been making up my own stuff lately. It's yeah, that's another crazy thing that's been like a new thing in my life lately. Like I came up with like in a flood one day. I was sitting there just playing around, and like I ended up coming up with like 3 or 4 different songs of my own. And then right now, even right before I hopped on here with you, I actually made another song that I was started to work on, started making. You'll see it every once in a while on Facebook when I decide to go live and post a guitar video.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think next time you should just jump on with the guitar and then you could just riff a little bit, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably be playing all backwards though. The way this camera turns me around, I'll be like,
It's
"Oh,
like yeah, the cameras
and then everyone
yeah,
will be looking at me like, is this guy sure he knows how to play?" Then I turn it around. Oh, that's the problem.
yeah,
Mm,
it's
start playing.
the image is mirrored.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's mirrored.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a little weird, but yeah, it
yeah.
is what it
Well,
is.
being ADHD, I'll just look out there and I won't even think about the fact that I'm holding the guitar in my hand and I could just look down to make sure I'm playing it the right way. And I'll just start trying to play and be like, oh, wait, what? Why can't I play this? Oh, turn it around. There it is.
So, can you read sheet music, or you just do you know it like by tabs and whatnot? Because I know some people do
No,
it by tabs.
I don't read sheet music. I used to do it by tabs, but I've actually learned a lot more of my chords lately. So like I'll look up chords for a song and then I'll listen to the song and try and mimic it.
Mhm.
Either that or I'll look up different YouTube tutorials and cheat. Like Marty Schwartz, he's a really good guitar teacher for anyone that wants to learn guitar. Look him up. He's phenomenal at teaching. You may have to pause here and there, but yeah, it's pretty good guy to go by. But yeah, for the most part, when I started playing for the band, that's when I really got like learning a lot more of my chords. Like instead of staying way up here on the neck all the time, now I can move everywhere around the neck a lot more comfortably and stuff because I learned a lot more of my bar chords and some of my scales and stuff, and pretty much just went from there. And now I'm pretty much been making up my own stuff lately. I've actually been trying to learn some flamenco lately, and I already wrote one of my own flamenco songs, which it's kind of still in the process. But yeah, I was
Okay.
like, wow, that's amazing considering I don't have a flamenco guitar. I have an acoustic electric, so I'm screwing up my fingers, but I can play it. Because playing on steel strings, it screws up with your cuticle area and your fingernails because you have to you have to like flick the
You
strings
have to
down
flick
and
it, right? Yeah.
pull up with your thumb, pull down, and then pull back up, flick. It's like all these crazy techniques you have to do with it and stuff. But yeah, that's why you want to use nylon strings for that. But yeah,
Yeah.
so eventually when I actually buy another acoustic, I'll probably learn a lot more. But yeah.
Yeah. Do you watch a lot of videos on YouTube like for like just like guitar videos?
Not really, actually, because I've been trying to get to the point to where I'm not stealing anyone else's stuff.
Mhm.
Like one of my songs that I recently created, it sound like my wife was the first one to notice it, but it actually sounds a lot like that one song, "The Calling." I forgot who the band is, but
That'd probably be the call. I think the band is The Calling.
Oh, the band is The
The
Calling.
band's The Calling because that's
I
a
don't know what
group.
the song is. Wherever You Will Go.
Oh, wherever you go. If I could, then I would. I'll go wherever you will go.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds very similar to it, but it's weird how I had like a hidden inspiration from that song that just bled out into the song that I created. Because when you listen to him and you listen to the one that they made, it's all like, oh no, it is totally different. But if you just listen to what I'm playing, you'd be like, oh, that's The Calling, and it's all like, no,
Yeah, some stuff is going to be similar. That's just the
Yeah.
nature of that's just the nature of music, you know.
yeah,
There's going
exactly.
to be some similarities, but it's never ever going to be like a complete rip off unless you are literally ripping them off.
Yeah, exactly. So that's basically what the thing is that I've been trying to stay away from actually learning other people's stuff lately, so that way I don't actually just subconsciously be like, for instance, play Inner Sandman or something and be like, oh, I made this new song. And that's Inner Sandman, dude. You
Yeah.
know?
There's
It's all like,
a there's a video my buddy introduced me to a long time ago.
yeah,
And this I'm gonna share it right now. But this video is super insane.
yeah.
So let me put it up here.
All right.
I don't know if you ever seen this, but this is super insane.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it gets way crazier. Just wait for it.
Yeah, see that hand stuff the other guy's doing? That's what I'm talking about with the flamenco.
Yeah, the neck work.
Yeah. God, that guy could pick so fast. Yeah,
Look at-
that stuff.
look at-
That's
look-
what I'm doing lately with the flamenco guitar, that hand stuff. Oh, it's cool. I thought it was the new thing.
Yeah, this is look at the handwork. It's so insane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the flamenco right there. Yeah, that's like the classical guitar. God. It's so crazy to get that amount of speed out of that.
It's so insane.
Yeah. It's almost like watching the Mexican Dragon Force.
Right? So far away.
Yeah, the girl looks like Herman Lee, the other guy's the other guy. I forgot the other guy's name. We got Herman Lee and that dude.
They are so on point with each other. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like the way she slaps the guitar. I slap at the bass, man. I slap at the bass.
But you know what's missing? It needs more cowbell.
It does need more cowbell. I
Drums are good. You know what's missing is some cowbell. God, that's so crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, maybe if I practice for a few more years, I can
I can't even move my hands fast enough to do that without touching anything.
I know.
And they're making a whole song out of this.
Right? I know.
Some people are so insanely talented. So I want to give a shout out to Rodrigo y Gabriela. So
Yeah,
for Tomakun,
very awesome.
it's an old video, very, very old. But
Yeah,
that is absolutely phenomenal. I always go back and I watch it quite frequently. It's
yeah,
fucking amazing. You know?
yeah, definitely. Shoot, one of these times I got to actually play you something, but right now I'm just like I'm kind of leaning forward here and I'm not in a
No, yeah,
comfortable.
for sure. I think next time I have you on, we'll do a little bit of that. We'll have you play something.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll probably screw it all up, but yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so if it's my own stuff, it'd probably be fine for YouTube. But if it's like other stuff that's already been done, then I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, I don't even know what's gonna happen with the video I just played, but I played it anyways, so we'll see.
Right, I'd have to take it out.
I don't know. We'll see what happens when I try and post it. I might have to edit it out.
Right. Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, "What happened? I wonder what happened."
But like you posted something that somebody posted previous, so I'm like, fuck, fine. I'll
Right.
cut it out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm already kind of a non-profit YouTube video. So I mean, what are we doing
Right.
here?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
If anything, I'm promoting that video. So
Yeah, I know. And the Adam McNatt's video too,
and the
411.
Adam, I didn't even think of that one. Yeah, the Adam McNatt video.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But at least that was really a YouTube video at first, but it was played on YouTube, I think.
Yeah. Oh man, this has been really fun, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for being
definitely.
on
Yeah.
here.
So what else is there? Drinking, I can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to for a long time. Besides the fact that I'm on like different medication that doesn't agree with it. But I have heard the question come up in your previous videos about what my favorite drink would be, or what people's favorite drink would be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
mine personally is still Jack and Coke, just like always since back in the apartment. It's still Jack and Coke. I do like chiladas, but they kind of like make me fart a lot, so I'm like, eh. And then
You get gassy. That's the beer part. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then White Russian would be the only other one.
Ooh. I haven't
Yeah,
had a white Russian in so long.
Yeah, those
That
are
sounds
good,
so good.
but they mess with my stomach because the milk.
The milk,
So
yeah.
yeah,
White
yeah, but
Russians are good as shit though.
yeah,
For everyone that's never had one, which is probably a lot of people, I would try it. It's fucking delicious.
yeah.
White Russians are so good. I've been
It's pretty simple to make too.
it's not that hard. I think it's like a
Two part,
it's like a two or three ingredients. I think 3 ingredients.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
like
simple.
iced milk and vodka or something, and Kahlua. Oh, that's what it is.
Kahlua. Yeah, it's
Kahlua,
Kahlua,
vodka,
milk, and vodka.
and then ice. You always got to have ice
Yeah, you
on
always
it.
have to always have to add ice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very simple drink to make. So
yeah. Oh yeah, but very good too.
very good.
I do miss our sake days. So.
I
Sake.
actually have some sake in the fridge that I really do enjoy.
Oh, nice.
It's like this sake that's supposed to be chilled, so it's very
Yeah.
smooth.
Ooh,
It's
I
really
like
nice.
the chilled stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like the warm sake as much.
I like warm sake, but like it depends on. I mean, it's like anything, like any type of alcohol. It depends on the quality.
Yeah.
But this one was built to be to drink cold. So like
Oh, nice.
yeah, so like I really appreciate that because I like cold drinks. You know, like I'll do warm sake every once in a while. And they usually do it with a nice Japanese meal.
Yeah.
You know, sit down and have some warm sake. But like
Yeah.
I bought this bottle to offset because we had shabu shabu one night, and I thought it would make sense to offshoot the shabu shabu with a
Mm.
cold sake because shabu shabu is like a hot pot. So like
Oh,
you sit down. It's kind of like Korean barbecue, right? Where you sit down and there's a hot pot in front of you, and then you put your
yeah.
ingredients in it, and then you pull them out as you
Mhm.
cook them and eat it.
Mhm.
And it's a hot pot that everyone shares.
Oh,
And I don't know. I thought it would be nice to offset that with the cold drink because it's hot. Everything's warm, you know. And I'm like, you know what? It'd be fucking good to set this off instead of doing warm sake to go with that. Would be something cold to kind of offset it. And like, I thought that
Yeah,
was yeah,
yeah,
it
definitely.
worked out really well.
Oh,
You know,
nice,
yeah,
nice. Yeah, that sounds like that would be a good one.
yeah.
Shoot. Oh, I do got a question.
Hmm.
Is there still boba places out there? Because I can't find boba. It's the crap out here. Oh my god.
Oh man, it's funny you bring that up. There's boba is still a really big thing out here. It really
All
is a
right,
big
good.
thing out here. There's a boba place I like to go to that's not too far from us.
Yeah,
It's called Hiccups, and
hiccups.
they're like yeah, it's called Hiccups, and it's like a chain now. I guess I think there's like 3 or 4 locations,
Yeah.
and they also have another like sub company that's tied in with it called Churroholic. So
Uh-huh.
they sell churros and stuff.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
it's really good though. I mean,
Yeah.
the quality of the food, the drinks, and the churros, top
Yeah.
notch. They have a churro sundae there that I really enjoy. I try not to buy too much because obviously it's literally all sugar.
Yeah.
So they take a freshly made churro and they cut it up, or they take 2 freshly made churros, cut it up
Hmm.
into sections, throw it into like a basket, and then they put like ice cream with it, whipped cream,
Oh
toppings, and
god.
whatnot, and then just a little bit of coconut shavings. I know not everyone's really into that, but they put a little bit
Yeah.
on top as a topping,
Yeah.
and it's fucking phenomenal.
That that sounds
It's so
that
good.
sounds so good. Oh my god.
It's so
You're
good.
gonna have to take me there when we come out there.
Oh,
So,
definitely, I
yeah,
definitely will.
that sounds bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that place is great.
there's a lot of places we're gonna have to go when I go out there.
Yeah, when you come out, there's a lot of places we're gonna have to go, and then I think my absolute favorite spot specifically for boba only, it's not
Mhm.
even in Orange County, it's gonna be in Los Angeles County,
Yeah.
um, half and half. So half and half, they specialize like mainly just in drinks. So like they
Oh,
have like I think it's like a 6 page list of just drinks only, but
oh
they
wow.
serve like every kind of drink you ever think of. Like one of my favorite drinks is
Yeah.
like a red guava smoothie.
Yeah.
Is fucking phenomenal. Like
Oh my
it's so goddamn good. So
nice.
when you come out, we're definitely gonna hit that up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a skyline the other day, so it reminded me that I wanted to ask this. Is Arcade Infinity still out there?
No, it's gone.
Oh man.
It's been gone for a while.
He went to the army.
Okay, really? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
he actually went to that same base, and he came down and visited me before he left because he did like 3 years there, and then he ended up getting out because it was during the Olympics. He was actually up there in Pyeongchang during the Olympics, and then like a week later after that, he ended up coming back, and then got out of the army somehow, and just like gave me all of his army clothing and stuff, and then said, "I'm out. I don't want to go back." I was like, "All right."
So he came back from his tour and then resigned?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. As he was done with it, he didn't want any part to do with it anymore. But Christian, like, you have to really know him. He just like he was never that type of personality to like really want to do it. I think the only reason why he even enlisted is because he didn't really have much of a choice, the situation he was in at the time with where he was living. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely. But
I haven't seen
yeah,
him in so long.
definitely so proud of him. Oh, he's in Bullhead City. He
Oh
lives
yeah.
with my mom. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, that's what I've heard last was that he was still in Bullhead City and living with some roommates out there.
Okay.
And, yeah, so
I think literally the last time I talked to him, he was a child.
yeah, probably. Yeah, last time you talked to him was probably he was probably like my kid's age,
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna
Like
say.
our
I think. I
kid's age
think.
now.
I think he was like 9 or 10 years old, and
Yeah,
that was a long time ago. So
yeah.
actually, it would be
Jaden's
really.
9 now.
Yeah, it'd be nice to talk to him now. Now that he's
Oh
a
yeah,
full grown adult, you know.
yeah. I know he's like 23, 24 now or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's
Um.
crazy.
Yeah. A
But
part of
yeah,
the also part of the reason I'm doing like this show is like, um, I want to talk to people that I haven't talked to in forever because
oh yeah,
I've been losing like family and friends left and right, just not just because
oh
of the
yeah,
pandemic, just because of life, you know.
oh
And
yeah, yeah, exactly.
and at some point I was like, you know what, I could, that they're gonna be okay. I'll talk to them later, and then like
Yeah,
they end up passing, and I'm like, I fucking
yeah.
wasted my time not talking to people, and
Uh-oh,
and
we have black.
yeah, there's nothing but regret there, and regret there in certain retrospects, and so
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, totally. Yeah, it's really important keeping contact
I try,
along.
I'm trying, man, but like
I
like like
try.
every yeah, like everyone else, it's like it's hard sometimes because
Yeah,
like as
especially
as we get
for how
older, we have
we live now, because I'm like almost 2,000 miles away from you right now.
yeah,
So
but it's like
like,
as we get older, we have more responsibilities and whatnot. So like
yeah,
we have families, and then there's also work on top of that, and then this activity here, even just this small conversation we're having like online is like
oh
it
yeah,
eats up a lot of time.
yeah,
So I mean, it's
yeah,
hard.
exactly.
It's really hard.
Hard to juggle things.
It
Yeah, it's
is.
hard to find time for a lot of things. Like, I know you got to get going pretty soon, but me too. I'm like, oh man, I just want to hang out and talk more. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure it's getting late for you. Just so everyone knows, like
uh,
you're all the way in Tejas, in
yeah,
Texas. So I mean,
yeah. Wichita
so
Falls, Texas.
so like good old Texas. So
Yeah,
you're all the way
I
like
actually
you're
live in a small town in Texas too. Like you, there's only two things the town that I live in is known for. One is the EF5 tornado in 1979 that tore most of the town apart, and
Jesus
two
Christ.
is the bicycle race that happens every year called the Hotter Than Hell 100 or something like that. Yeah,
A
I know it's called Hotter Than
bicycle
Hell.
race?
Yeah, it's like those speed bicycles like you would see in the Olympics and stuff.
Oh, okay. So like a road bike.
Yeah, road
Yeah.
bike. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There's a road bicycle race out here every year in
Okay.
August, I think. But they call it the Hotter Than Hell 100 or something like that. Uh,
You gotta show up on your BMX bike like rad.
I know. Oh my God, that would be so crazy. You know how dead you would be by the end of it? Oh my God.
You'd be so fucking dead.
This race is like 10 miles or something like that. That's insane.
Oh, when was the last time you saw that movie?
Oh man.
A long time, right?
Actually not too long ago. I think it's been a few years though. It's been at least a good 5, 6 years since I've seen it.
So
Got my sound.
Rad is a movie that came out in the 80s. It's a BMX bike movie.
It's rad.
It's fucking rad. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's super retro
Yeah.
and
Oh
fucking
yeah.
fantastic. And the dance scene
The
at
best
the
I
at the hu-
ever
the high school dance scene is the best part of the
Oh
whole
yeah.
fucking movie. It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil any more of that for anyone that hasn't seen it, but go back and watch it. It's fantastic.
Even if they try and look it up by actors or actresses, like a famous one would be Laura Loughlin. She's in it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Rad is actually it's so retro that they even had an episode of American Dad. Like more than half the episode was dedicated to that
Really?
movie.
Oh my
Yes.
God! Oh my God! I don't
It's
even
fucking
watch
great.
those type of shows, so I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I love American Dad. American Dad's fucking fantastic. So
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I haven't watched any normal TV in like years. Like, we pretty much stopped watching TV one day because we got tired of hearing all the negativity in the news. So we just said, screw it, no more cable, only internet.
that's funny. That's just my life in general. I don't actually watch the news. Like I'll pick up the
Yeah,
news online,
yeah,
I'll look at the news online. I won't literally watch the news on TV because all they basically do now
oh,
is they try and scare you into watching things,
yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
I'll
So
pass
like
on that.
that threat is coming, this threat's coming, that threat's coming, and now this pandemic's coming, and we're gonna name it after a Mexican beer, the coronavirus. I'm like, what's next? The Modelo virus or the Dos Equis virus?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the coronavirus thing is like I understand that because like
Yeah,
there's like a whole stream of viruses that are
in a way, I
technically
do.
coronaviruses, like the flu,
Yeah, uh,
influenza's a
all
coronavirus.
viruses
Yeah.
are coronavirus. It's because
Yeah.
they named it that because it looks like a crown under a microscope.
Yeah. It looks like a crown.
Um,
Yeah.
what's crazy is that Ebola, West Nile, all these other things that happen, one, they always happened around an election year. Two, we've never had to be forced to wear a damn mask before. Why is it different now?
Well, we haven't been forced to wear a mask since Spanish flu. I think it was like in 1920s or some shit. It's like
Yeah,
literally 100 years.
yeah, Spanish flu.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah. I think that was the last pandemic in America in a long time, or just
yeah,
a global pandemic. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're starting to get towards the tail end now, So hopefully we'll get out of it pretty
yeah,
soon, and we're gonna start seeing some normalcy pretty soon.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
gonna be good because I know it's still
Yeah.
here in California. We're not entirely locked
Oh,
down, but
we
like,
keep on talking about, oh man, out here in Texas where I'm at, no one even wears a mask
oh yeah,
anymore.
for sure.
Oh,
No one the
it's
fuck,
weird.
no one wears a goddamn mask out there, right?
Well,
They're like, get out of here,
yeah.
guy, with your
Well,
mask. Get out of here, guy.
you know what's even funnier is that even all last year, no one really wore a mask. No one really wore a mask all last year because for me personally, I have anxiety. I put a mask on and I'm puking in it. So that's what happens with me when I have an anxiety attack is that I'll end up puking, which is really weird, but apparently it's common that people that have severe anxiety like me, that happens. So I'm like, screw it. Everywhere I go, I'm just gonna tell them, well, you want me to puke all over your floors, or or can you deal with me not wearing the mask? So I haven't had to wear a mask the whole year, but finally, I got on the medication that actually allows me to wear a mask now. So now I can actually wear it, but I have to take my anxiety medication. It's Atarax. So I have to take my medication in order to wear the mask because if I don't, I'm gonna puke in it. So, and I'm a DoorDash driver now, so it's like crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The mask thing, like, it has had its ups and downs. Because I
yeah,
know last year we didn't really have a big case of influenza, and I
yeah,
think the masks were like the masks were a big part of that. So
yeah,
that's actually there's some positive there. So not
yeah,
only were we in a pandemic last year, we
yeah,
also had a reduction of influenza. So I mean that's actually
yeah,
really nice.
yeah,
So that's really good. I mean, that's a step. It's a step forward. And I know some people like, yeah, when they're not really into wearing the mask, but there are benefits to wearing it. From a
yeah,
health standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like if you're like me, have your teeth knocked out when you were younger playing paintball, and now you have to wear a mask. Shoot, hell yeah! Yeah, at least now I could hide my ugly teeth.
I'm not gonna lie. Do you still play? Do you play paintball still?
Hell no.
No, over it.
Nah, I've been over that since
Dude, I remember when you guys fucking were like, you ever been shot by a paintball? And I was like, no.
yeah,
And I'm like,
I
you guys
know,
like,
right?
take 2
And
steps that
really,
way. And I like stepped 2 steps, literally turned around, took 2
yeah,
steps, and you guys shot me in the ass with a paintball gun.
that wasn't me. That was Billy, but
It was
yeah,
Billy, but still, I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he's a freaking asshole. I don't even talk to him anymore. Like,
No, yeah, no, none of us do.
yeah.
I remember that, but I was just like, God, he shot me in the ass with a paintball gun.
No, oh, you should have heard afterwards. Like, I was pissed off at him. I gave him a chewing out after he left. I chewed him out about it, and I'm like, dude, that's freaking my best friend since like way longer than you've ever known me, dude. Freaking, that's disrespectful. Do that, meant it as a joke, but still, that's super diss. Freaking,
Yeah,
but
I think that's just was just him being him, and we were also
yeah,
all of us were like really young, right? Like
yeah,
we're still like in our adolescence, so
yeah. Well,
I
I think
understand
we were
why
in
he did it.
early adulthood. Well, at least I was. I think I was in my early adulthood around that time. I could have been. I think I was like 20 or 21, or
I think
maybe
you're 20. I think you were 20 at the time.
yeah, I was
I think
probably
you're about 19 or 20 when that happened.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense because that's when I was working at that Mickey D's by your house.
Yeah, you were working at McDonald's then.
Yeah, yeah. Crazy times though. Crazy, crazy times. That was a funny time of my life. I mean, you know me best, and now everyone will know a little bit of me. But yeah, that was my stoner area.
It happens.
Yeah, it
And
happens.
it happens, and I've been there.
Well, if it was legal, I probably still would be, but
Yeah.
well, if it was
Someday.
legalized here, I probably still would be because you know what? Freaking this medication that I'm on doesn't do shit for my back. I went to Vegas for a short time, and that did wonders.
Well, so I know marijuana is not legal there, but is it legal to
Yeah.
take CBD? Can you take
Yes,
CBD for your back?
yes, but it's not the right type. So in our state, they've only approved for 3.8% CBD levels, which the actual CBD that works is a 4.8. So they took like a whole percentage off there, and that
Uh,
much makes that much of a difference. That because I have the CBD that they actually have sell here, but it doesn't do anything. So it's like man, you can tell a little something, but it's not the same. It's like having a watered down Jack and Coke.
okay.
Yeah, it's like the difference between a Pinto and a Ferrari, pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's a world of difference. But yeah, when I went out there, what's actually legal and good actually works so good that I was able to dry turkey off of Zoloft, just using that.
Okay.
And if anyone that's watching it knows what it's like to be on antidepressants, oh my God, you go one day without an antidepressant, your body feels weird, your thinking feels weird, everything's just all screwed up. Like you feel like you have electricity just zapping you constantly in your brain and all this weird stuff that goes on. I went out, did that.
So you have like
Only,
crazy withdrawal.
yeah, you have like crazy, crazy withdrawal. Like, oh my God, it was crazy. Like, some of the stuff made me super angry. Some of the stuff would make me super sad. One time I had suicidal thoughts, but it was always a negative. And they started me on Prozac, then they put me on Cymbalta, then they put me on the last one, Zoloft, and like they all have bad side effects. So because for a short time we moved back to Vegas from here, and during that time I was like, okay, I need to get off of this crap. So I just went straight to the freaking Planet 13, got me a vape pen, and then cold turkey straight off of the meds, straight off of the Zoloft, and didn't it didn't I didn't even have one side effect that I would normally get from missing my Zoloft dose, and I just cold turkeyed it and just used the vape pen that I got there, and oh my God, it like did wonders, and I was completely off of them. Then I moved back out here, and then they try and put me on Wellbutrin. I'm on it for like 3 or 4 days, and then I feel like I'm gonna get in and fight, like I want to fight someone. So I stopped taking them, and I told my psychiatrist and therapist, I'm like, nah, I can't do this. It makes me angry. Don't give me these anymore. So now I'm completely off of them. And finally, they give me what I'm supposed to have had, which is my ADHD medication. And things have been getting a lot better ever since I finally got on ADHD medication, which tended to work out for me. So now I'm on Strattera and Atarax, and then I have all my pain pills for my back, but those don't work. But as far as the psychological side, that's what's working for me now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, all I got to figure out now is how to stop waking up and being paralyzed from the waist down. It's, every once in a while, I'll wake up in the morning and I can't move my legs for like 30 minutes to an hour, and it's really scary. I'm like, is this the day?
That's terrifying.
Yeah, well, that's what
That's
this back problem does
absolutely
to you.
terrifying.
Yeah, well, you know what's crazy about it is that it reminds me of that time when we were kids when you pretended that you broke your back or something like that, and I was all freaking out. But look, fool, it bounced on me. Look what happened.
So we like we talked about earlier, we used to skate a lot, and then we were hanging out with our buddy David Carrillo for a long time,
Oh my
and
God.
I pretended that I broke my tailbone. So I'm like, I don't know why I even thought of this. So I'm like walking around on crutches and shit, and we're hanging out all night, and we slept over. I think we slept over at Did we sleep over at David's house that night? I think we did.
I don't think we slept. Yeah, we might have, but
I think we might have
I
slept over.
stopped the whole entire night, and then the next morning,
And then the
you
morning we
have
got
to
up. We
walk
got
to the
up.
bathroom, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah. And the funny part, the best part about this story is we went skating that morning, and I dislocated my left wrist.
Yeah, definitely.
That was that same morning. Is we went
Yeah.
skateboarding after you're like, hey asshole, you didn't break your tailbone, and I'm like, no, I was just fucking around. And then we went skateboarding, and then like I remember, I think I did like a shove it onto a 50-50 grind, but I slipped and I landed on my wrist and dislocated it.
Yep, that was the day you dislocated it. Yeah, I remember that. Oh man. And
That's exactly what I get for that.
Mom and boom, off to Master Sam.
Right?
Man, yeah.
R.I.P. Master Sam. That
Yeah,
guy popped my shit back in. Yeah.
Oh, he was awesome.
He was pretty awesome.
I never got to meet him or have him work on me personally, but from what I hear, oh my God, that guy was a miracle worker. I wish I
was, man. He
know
was a
him
miracle
today
worker.
because, oh my God, I need him right now.
Yeah, it's insane because like if you think about like modern medicine and whatnot, and you think about people that like do like chiropractors and people that do like adjustments and whatnot, you would think that like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But like my dad went to like 3 or 4 different specialists because he ruptured like several discs in his back when that
Oh,
incident that he had at Anaheim. Man, I don't know if you remember that story when he got
yeah.
drugged by he got like his clothing
When he
got
the
yeah,
mower. something
He
like
got
that.
his clothing got caught in a mower, like one of
Yeah,
those big mowers, and he got drugged like I think like 3 blocks in Anaheim, and
yeah,
he fucked his back up. My dad literally could not walk, and they wanted to replace discs in his back,
yeah,
and he didn't want to do surgery. He didn't want them to put a bunch of like parts in his body. And
yeah,
so he kept looking around, and he ran and he eventually came across Master Sam. Master Sam is like this Filipino healer, I guess, who did this
yeah,
special like bone adjustment. And literally my dad, like we had to carry my dad up these steps to this second floor apartment, and
yeah,
it was so surreal because like it was literally we went to go visit a guy in a shitty apartment complex, and
yeah,
my dad, we had to carry him up there, his cane and all this shit. And after one visit, my dad walked out of that apartment on his own and then down the steps. And then in
yeah,
3 visits, my dad was good. It
yeah,
was super insane to watch.
yeah, exactly. That's
Super
why I
insane.
wish I was. I wish he was still alive because oh my God, I really need him right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
it was
wish I
bizarre. I
would
wouldn't
have known
yeah, I
that
wouldn't
this
have
guy had when he was still alive when I was 14.
yeah, I would never believe that story if I didn't witness it for myself. Like
Yeah,
I would be like, get out of here. That's some fucking bullshit. But like since I
yeah,
witnessed it, I'm like, he really fixed my dad without having to cut him open and then put
yeah,
metal pieces attached to his spine.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah,
I mean, super bizarre.
yeah, exactly. And in that stuff he used the different venoms.
Oh, you know what's crazy is I actually have some of that my dad gave me not too long ago. It's on my kitchen
Oh
counter
yeah,
right now.
yeah. I'm
The
sure
the
you guys do.
jowl, the jowl, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember there was a few times when we were training that I had to have your dad like put some of that on me and fix me up a little bit here and there at different points when we had different training exercises.
Yeah. That stuff
like that
it
like
works
that
really
one
well.
dude that beat the crap out of my arm and we're like, dude, we're just training.
Oh, which guy was that? I'm trying to think because
I
like,
forgot who it was, but it was a new student at the time. And he
mm,
was like going full blast. It was a move where you had to hit like right here to
mhm,
block. And I think it was like Chino Waza or something, but you know how you're supposed to hit the arm, push it away, and then you go into a chop. So he
yeah,
was doing that, but how he was going was just full blown, all his power every
mm.
single time. And then I come in the room, and in the room because I was living with you at that
Yeah, you
time.
were living with us at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I came into your room and I told you about it, and then you went out there and got your dad, had your dad rub that stuff on me and heal me up, and then you're like, I'm gonna go make him pay for it. And then you went, and then next thing I knew, that dude was walking out of there with sore arms. Next thing I knew,
Yeah.
is I don't think I went back in the dojo that night, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
I miss those training days. There was
Oh yeah,
I'm getting old and fat now. So
yeah, me too. Yeah, I know. Me too. I, I'm probably about 2 months pregnant right now. No,
yeah, I'm a good 2 years pregnant, it feels like.
you know what's really crazy is that before they started me on the antidepressants on the Prozac, I was still actually just as skinny as you last saw me. But as soon as I started the Prozacs, all of a sudden I bumped up to like 260 pounds. But ever since I started door dashing, I've been losing a lot of weight too, though.
Oh, that's good.
But I've been losing more. But yeah, that's another thing with antidepressants. They made me gain weight like crazy fast. Like within two
Mhm.
weeks, I was at like 260 pounds. I'm like, whoa, I've never been this big in my life. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, after Tyler was born, I
hmm
put on like I think I put on like 20 pounds. So I did get up to almost 260, and I'm like, this is not good. Like,
Yeah,
so I'm down to like 237. So I mean like
yeah.
I'm still a fat man. I'm still a fat man, but I'm a less fatter man than I was when Tyler
Yeah.
was born.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's about what I'm at now, is like somewhere around 230, 240.
It's still too
maybe.
much.
Yeah,
really is.
it's
Yeah.
still too much compared to how I've always seen myself growing up and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
you've always
so I
been a
was
stick figure.
well, I still remember my what was it when we were talking about what our animals are? How yours is a dragon and then mine was a spaghetti string with a meatball for a head. Oh man.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Spaghetti.
I still remember that. That was funny. That was hilarious. So like, man, and you told me that you're like, man, your emblem's gonna be a spaghetti string with a meatball for a head. I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's
that's my
good.
animal. Because
That's
the way
good.
that I moved at that time, I was all floppy. Eh, maybe more like a fish or something.
That's
I don't know.
good.
Yeah, definitely. That was funny though. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I've been off and on with martial arts lately. Like, been trying to get back into it, but then when I really want to get back into it, there's like, uh, I just get stopped somehow. Like, I really want to like start up a thing where like I could like Facebook you or something, and we could like train together on the weekends here and there, or something, so I could start teaching my kids again. Besides the saw machine, I forgot a lot of it.
What you need to do is teach them ukemi. So teach them
Oh
how to
yeah,
break fall, and how to roll, because that's very that's very vital. So
yeah,
I can't even tell you how many times being able to like fall properly and being able to roll out of a situation has
yeah.
helped me, like
Oh
just
yeah.
in general.
Oh no, I know for sure. Is
Yeah.
growing up with skateboarding, we've had a lot of break falls we had to use.
Mhm. I remember one of the first times when I was went to Vegas and I skated at a park there in Vegas and they did a board sled on this thing, and the board, someone had put extra wax, like
Oh
somebody
yeah,
waxed a pipe, right?
yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck does that? And like the board flew out and then like I literally fell back, but I caught myself and I did a back roll out of it, and I was like, it's a good thing I
Yeah,
know how to do that, because I would have smashed my head right into the ground.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Literally,
yeah,
literally.
it was a good thing I knew how to do that.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know about you, but my screen's been frozen for a while.
Nice. No, your screen's not frozen for me.
Oh, that's good.
But
I'm
yeah,
all
you're
all
good.
over the place because I can't even tell what's going on anymore. But well, we got it. There's supposed to be a little storm over here right now, so that might be what's
That
affecting
might
it.
be what's up. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I don't want to eat up a ton of your time, considering it's past
Oh, yeah.
midnight where you are.
Yeah, Dad.
So this has been a great This has been a really good conversation.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know.
definitely. Well, like I said, you're probably gonna have to make a part 2 and 3 for mine.
Oh, for sure. We're definitely gonna do this again pretty soon. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll have to plan it over the next few months or so.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm George Lugo.
I'm John Gonzalez, and that's my story.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right.